are exhausted, not because they don't love their children, but because they are parenting from survival instead of clarity. They are constantly reacting, emotionally overwhelmed, confused about discipline. What should I even do? Trying to do better than how they were raised, but still repeating patterns that they promised not to themselves, they would never repeat. So now, today's class is a class that we are going to be discussing that. You're welcome here, everyone. How purposeful parenting changed everything, okay? Hello, amazing parents. Good day, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you are watching me. Welcome to today's Parenting Truth session. Welcome to, my name is Ruth Ikhabomeh. I am the founder of the Equitable Parents Hub. And today we are having a very honest conversation because many parents today are not struggling because they are bad parents. They are struggling because nobody truly taught them what parenting is, what stewardship is, because that's what parenting is about. Parenting is about stewardship, how to regulate yourselves, how to guide behavior calmly, how to discipline without fear or guilt, how to parent with structure instead of survival. So what happens? We love our children deeply, but still find ourselves shouting, threatening, overreacting, and slowly we are becoming emotionally exhausted. Parenting becomes and starts to feel heavy instead of meaningful. The parenting starts to feel meaningful. You are just reacting. It's not what you hoped your parenting was going to be, but today it's so heavy. Now, what many parents are secretly struggling with, what many parents are secretly struggling with. Most parents, they don't know how to handle their children. Say, my child misbehaves, they are stubborn, they are this, and they are struggling. Many parents wake up every day determined to do better. In fact, I say at the most times you wake up praying, affirming you're going to become a better parent, praying for your children that are going to behave well, but real life happens, okay? The child refuses to obey instructions. Hope you can see and hear me. Oh, thank you for being here. So the child refuses to obey instructions. The tantrums begin. The house feels overwhelming. You are tired. Hi, thank you for being here. The house feels overwhelming and you are tired. So that is what many parents go through. Okay, the tantrums begin, the house everywhere. You are tired, stressed, emotionally stressed, and before you realize it, you react in ways you never planned to. Then guilt comes later. Many parents are caught in this painful circle. Repeat everything, prayers, you pray not to do it again. Oh my God, you are pretty. Just, okay, thank you so much. So not because they don't care, but because they are parenting without emotional tools. You are parenting without emotional tools and clear structure. Okay, you are just parenting, you just find out that you are frustrated, you are overwhelmed, and then you just resort to hitting your children, you resort to causing them so much emotional trauma. And then you say everything now is trauma. Everybody now is facing trauma. See, trauma is just is a light word. No, trauma is not a light feeling, okay? Not because you don't care, not because you are parenting, but just because you are parenting without emotional tools. You are parenting without structure, without clarity, okay? And one of the hardest parts is this: you can genuinely love your child and still struggle to guide them effectively. You can genuinely love your child and still struggle to guide them effectively. Why? Because parenting is a learned skill. Okay, for many parents, there comes a moment of realization, a moment where you notice, a moment where you say, oh, this approach is not building the relationship or character I truly want. Maybe your child starts withdrawing, okay, emotionally becoming fearful, resisting correction, hiding mistakes, reacting aggressively, and maybe you become someone you barely recognize under pressure. You just, when you finish reacting, when you are finished flogging everybody, when you are finished hitting everybody, you be like, was that me? Was that me? Did I just say that? You just realize that that was what your parents used to say. That was what your mother used to say. That was what your father used to do. And now you that we are not comfortable with, you are now the one caught up in this web. You are not the one caught up doing this stuff. You promised yourself that they were very wrong, that they were not right. You were telling yourself this was not right. This was not right. This was not right. There's a better way to do this. But that moment can feel painful. Okay, the moment you realize that you're becoming those parents, that moment feels painful. Okay, it feels But sometimes breaking points become turning points. Yes, it happened for me too, because that is when many parents finally stop asking, how do I control this child? Many times your breaking point becomes your turning point. It happened to me too. I realized, okay, I was becoming the kind of parent I told myself never to be. I realized that how I was physically hitting my child, and then that was my own turning point, and that can be your own too. Okay, if you decide, because many parents finally stop asking, how do I control my child? How do I control myself child this time? They stop asking that question and start asking, how do I guide this child wisely? Because that is where your intentionality comes in. That's where your stewardship, that's where your leadership comes in. How do you start guiding your child wisely? Not how do you control your child, how do you control them? How do you start asking yourself, how do you control, how do you guide your child? How do you make them, what that kind of child, how do you make them to desist from that kind of person you were? As a child, you were not happy. You were not happy when you were being shamed at. You were not happy when they'll tell you, oh, you shame, or they will be laughing at you. You were not happy. And now you are on that path to becoming that kind of parent, because why? You have not reviewed your patterns. You have not reflected on the patterns you inherited. And you say, oh, parenting is tiring, parenting is this. Oh, you have to become a parent to know what impatience is. Yes, you have to become a parent to know what patience, and then that you can have a breaking point, and from that breaking point you would have your turning point. Okay, from that your breaking point is where you meet your turning point, and that's where the change starts. That's where your intentionality comes from. That question changes everything. That question, okay, that question changes everything. Okay, so that the shift begins when parenting stops being about power. Your parenting stops being about power and start becoming about stewardship. Stewardship. Last week we talked about what stewardship. Stewardship is managing. Stewardship is you being a leader. It's not about you controlling everything. You just try to steal food. That is not stewardship. Okay. The point at which you tell yourself that this is where I'm supposed to be guiding. I'm supposed to be a guide as a parent, and not just not a controller. That is where the point. That is where that is the beginning of your intentionality. That's the beginning of your leadership. That's the beginning of your stewardship in your parenting. And many parents begin to realize children do not only need correction. Your child do not only need correction. They need emotional safety. They need calm leadership. They need guidance. They need structure. They need consistency. They need consistency. So it's not just the quick fixes you do. Oh, today you just come and make noise, everywhere is shaking. You go out to say, you deserve it. You deserve it. Yes, you're not the one that caused it. You to stop misbehaving. No. So you, as a parent, as a steward, as a leader, you would stop going downwards to become a child with them, and stop dragging with them. And something powerful happens when parents begin to pause before reacting. They correct behavior without attacking identity. They correct behavior without attacking identity. They stay firm without becoming harsh. They build connection alongside discipline. They regulate themselves first. So that is the beginning of stewardship. That is the beginning of you deciding to steward the destinies that are placed in your hands. Okay, that is the beginning of it all. Parenting becomes less chaotic, not because children suddenly become perfect, but because the parent becomes more grounded. That is where you begin to have a peaceful home. That is where you begin to have a calm home. Parenting becomes less chaotic. The shift is not in perfection. You're not going to become a perfect parent. No. Okay, you're not going to adjust to becoming a perfect parent that provides everything the child needs. You're just supplying. You are now a ATM machine. Every time you're always giving and giving. No, that is not stewardship. Stewardship is being a regulator. It's becoming a regulator. It's becoming a leader. Your ability to pause. It's in your ability to pause when you are being triggered. That is where your stewardship lies. In your ability to pause. Not that whole thing is doing you, and you're just doing it back. That is not stewardship. Okay? The shift is not perfect. The shift is in awareness. The shift is in awareness. It is in your consistency. So I used to tell people, I used to say it, and every time I have the opportunity to, that parenting is not okay, you in your today you're just trying, you tell the child this. No, parenting is in your patterns, consistency, patterns. Patterns, that's what your child copies. That's what your child, the examples, the modeling that you are giving your child, that is what they are becoming. So parenting is in your consistency, is in that patterns, who you have become. Who are you becoming? Who are you becoming? Are you going to just sit back and then you expect your child to be becoming, and then you don't want to become? No, you go first. You go first. Parenting is leadership. Parenting is stewardship. You go first. You lead first, and your child come after you. So your child is struggling because you have not been able to go first. You have not been able to lead. So that is the shift. The shift is in emotional maturity, is in your consistency, is in your awareness, is in your ability to pause. It's not in your, oh, the thing is doing it because I'm the parent, I'm the one in charge here. Tomorrow you will not be the child in charge forever. Tomorrow you will start needing those children. Okay, you start needing those children, and then those children will be trying to recover from all the hurts. You're trying to find themselves, trying to heal from all the traumas that you caused them, because you don't want to steward. You don't want to just this is all these people that are talking parenting. Now parents, time who learns parenting? You must learn parenting. No, if not, so you learn everything. So why did they have marriage counseling? Why do you go to school? You learn parenting. Parenting is a learned skill. It's not something you just do because you carry the child for 9 months. Parenting is a learned skill. You have to learn parenting. So when parenting becomes purposeful instead of reactive, when children begin to feel safer emotionally, okay, when your parenting becomes purposeful instead of just reactive, your child begins to feel safer. They listen better, they trust more deeply, and they develop self-control, become more open and teachable. And parents begin to experience less guilt, more confidence, clearer direction. You will become wiser, you will become more grounded, you will healthier connection with your children. The home atmosphere changes. The home atmosphere changes. That is what parenting does for you. That is what learning parenting will do for you. Everything will become better. Not because you became a perfect parent. No, not because your child just suddenly became a perfect child. No, not because there are not more challenges. There will always be challenges, but then you are a better parent. You are a changed parent. You are a transformed parent. So that is why you need to be transformed. You need the transforming first, not because there is there's now that you are now because there's now wisdom guiding the response to those challenges. There's now wisdom guiding the response to all those challenges. So that is why parenting is a learned skill. You cannot just do parenting. Oh, okay. And I observe my neighbors doing. My neighbors, they are calm. Oh, my neighbors are doing. Let me just copy them. No, I was parented. How will you tell me that my parents did not do well, and I am a professional, and I am a pastor, I am a this? No, you know you are struggling. You feel guilty. So that the only solution is for you to learn. Is in your knowledge, is in your clarity. That is where the solution lies. Is in your knowledge. That is where the solution to parenting lies. Okay, and you now have the response to all the challenges. You start having the response to. So today I want every parent listening to reflect honestly. Okay, I want you all to reflect and tell me. So ask yourself, am I parenting from pressure, from exhaustion, from fear, from survival? Where are you parenting from? Are you parenting from clarity, from fear, from survival, from exhaustion? Where are you parenting from? Ask yourself that question. I don't need you to tell me, to answer me, okay? Or am I going into a parent who can guide with wisdom, with calmness, and with structure? So this is a learned skill. The ability to lead, the ability to guide with wisdom, with calmness and structure is a learned skill. It's not something that will just drop on you or something that just will fall off on you. No, you have to learn it. So ask yourself this question: are you a parent that is leading from exhaustion? Are you a parent that is leading from frustration? Are you a parent that is leading from stress? Or you are a parent that is growing? You are a parent who is growing into a new parent who can guide with wisdom, calmness, and structure. Which of these parents are you? I need you to answer it for yourself. I don't need the answer. So because children do not just need love. Your child, you tell yourself, oh, I love my child. Most times, it's in that love you destroy them. Because you just believe, oh, love is enough. Love is just have the children, then love is enough. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. You need to become. Your children need emotional grounded leadership. They need emotionally grounded leadership, not just love, not just you providing for them. Oh, you go and fight for your children. Something happened in my daughter's school. A parent went there, and then you don't have to. There are some things when you are emotionally grounded, there are some leadership role you automatically become. It's not about pretense. It's not about doing yes ma, yes sir. It's not about pleasing people, becoming a people pleaser. No, it's far beyond that. Okay, it's not. You just become more grounded. Okay, you become more emotionally grounded. So the parents went and she was shouting all over the place, dragging the teacher, and when you become a parent that can lead with calmness and wisdom, you will not need to become a parent who is erratic, a parent who is chaotic. You would not need to become all of that anymore. Why? Because you are a changed parent. You have changed into you have become a parent who is wise and calm, who is structured. So you are now a matured parent. Yes. So that is what stewardship parenting is about. So you are not failing because parenting feels hard. You are not failing because parenting feels hard. Parenting is hard when we are trying to lead children without first learning how to lead ourselves. Parenting will become hard. So that's why you keep telling yourself that parenting is the melting point. Yes, that at your melting point is where your turning point is. At your melting point, at your break point is where your turning point is. So I need you to embrace that turning point. I need you to embrace it. Embrace it. Don't go back. Don't revert back into that reactive parent. Come up into a wise parent. Come up into a steward parent. Come up into a leader parent. Come up higher. Okay. Parenting is hard when you are trying to lead children without leading yourself. Parenting is about leadership. You should be able to lead yourself first. You should be able to stand up for yourself and become, so that your children can become. So parenting is not giving command. You just sit back and be commanding. Parenting is far beyond that. Parenting is more than a command. Parenting is a skill. Parenting is a skill. Parenting is in your wisdom, is a stewardship, is your ability to steward. Stewards are not they are not lazy people. Stewards are not just anyhow. Stewards are trained people. Stewards are trained people. Stewards are servants, people that are able to serve. So parenting is service. Parenting is a calling. So that is why you need to become. You need to become a steward. Parenting is service. Parenting is not the easy way. You're just doing what is just easy, what is convenient. Parenting goes beyond what is convenient. Parenting goes what is beyond what is convenient for you. Parenting goes far beyond that, because you are stewarding the destinies of other children, of other lives. So that is why you need to become, because parenting will keep being hard. Yes, the times are getting harder, it's getting tougher. We are in the last period where everything is just changing. So you need to upskill yourself to level up in your parenting. Or if not, you will keep parenting will become hard. But growth is possible. Change is possible, yes. And purposeful parenting can be learned. It can be learned. That is why the Steward Tribers program exists. That is why the Steward Tribers Accelerator program exists. Parenting is a learned skill. Okay? So that is why this program exists. A community of parents who are ready to move beyond reactive parenting, build emotional intelligence, raise responsible children. That is why this program exists. The program is here for you to become that parent who can lead with clarity, who can lead with structure and confidence. Many parents are not confident. They are scared of your teenager. You go and hide when your teenager is reacting. And that's how teenagers used to bang doors. That's how teenagers are. No, teenagers are not like that. It's in your ability to be able to lead them, to become responsible children. Your teenagers they want you to be able to guide them. Your children want you to be able to guide them. So stop being scared. Come up high and become a confident parent. Become a parent who is not afraid. Become a parent who is grounded. So parents with clarity, structure, and confidence. That is the call for you. So we are currently onboarding parents who are ready to grow intentionally, or parents who are ready to do stewardship parenting, parents who are ready to become stewards, ready to become leaders in their various parenting roles. So that is why this program exists. Okay, so book your slot and join the Steward Tribals program. We have two programs. We have one coming up on the 1st of October. That's the annual program. We have a 3-month crash program that is coming on the 1st of July. So that is just for 40,000 naira. So book your slot and join. We need all parents to be able to become stewards. You need to stewardship is not convenience. No, it's not convenience. It's far beyond convenience. It is service. It is service. So book your slot, and because great parenting is not built by chance. Great parenting is not built by chance. It is built through awareness, growth, and consistent guidance. It is built through guidance. So that is why you need to be in a community of parents who are doing what you want to do. Parents who have the same passion, who have the same goals with you. So I hope to see you in that program. I hope to see you on the 1st of July and hope to welcome you into the community. So please book your slot today. Okay, reach out to us. We are onboarding parents. Thank you all for being here. I see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you for being here with me even to the end of this class. I see you. So see you Wednesday on our Wednesday live next week. Bye bye. Thank you.